First at 5, law enforcement officers are getting ready for a busy night tonight and throughout the weekend with so many people on the road. Thanks for joining us. I'm Craig Day.
And I'm Lori Fulbright. They will be looking out, of course, for drunk drivers, speeders, and distracted drivers, and say they expect it to be crazier than normal because there are no restrictions in place. News on 6's Kristen Weaver tells us how they plan to keep all of us safe.
Tulsa police and OHP troopers say tonight is one of the busiest drinking and driving nights of the year, and they're urging people to go safe and be slow to avoid a tragedy.
Statistically, somebody in Tulsa County is going to die this weekend in a traffic collision. I hope that they prove me wrong, but I take up this challenge every year and they haven't proved me wrong yet.
Officer Craig Hatherley has worked in the Tulsa Police Traffic Enforcement Unit for many years and says this year has been record-breaking.
This has been a record year for us in terms of fatality collisions. It's like, 1.5 times our normal average. But what we have seen is a huge increase in the number of people that are going over 100 miles per hour.
Officer Hatherley says those speeds are deadly. He says he's also concerned about drinking and driving and says people need to be aware you can get a DUI by also being under the influence of drugs, including prescription drugs.
It's anything that impairs your ability to operate a vehicle, and that can be prescription drugs. Even if it's prescribed to you, you can still be under the influence of it.
Lieutenant Mark Southall with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol says of the 5 fatality crashes they had last year, 2 were DUI related. So troopers will be out and ready to enforce the law.
The hardest part of our job is knocking on families' doors and letting them know that a loved one's been killed in a car crash.
Troopers say they are increasing patrol tonight and throughout the weekend. In Tulsa, Kristen Weaver, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.